So I've never travelled with my bike before, but I've heard quite a few horror stories of carbon fibre bikes getting trashed on planes and trains. So I'm a little bit worried about this one. Good morning and welcome to what is turning into a bit of a hot and humid ride here in Essex this morning. It rained massively overnight and the temperature is currently about 15-16 degrees, which is making for a very moist ride. And this weather looks to be in stark contrast to what I'm going to be subjected to next weekend, because I'm heading up to Glasgow for a charity ride with Sir Chris Hoy, and it looks like it's going to be absolutely pouring down. More on that later, but I'm hoping the weather is likely to change somewhat through this week. But for now, you join us en route to another favourite coffee spot, Brett's Cafe, out in the Rodings. There's 5 of us out today, the sun is shining, as I say it is warm if not humid, but we're having an absolute ball. So let's get a few more training miles in the legs before next weekend, and then I'll have a more detailed chat with you about next weekend and try and gauge your opinions on a few logistical matters. Right, well, we've come straight out of breakfast and we appear to be behind a larger cycling group, which Bullet has just had the bright idea of following and blasting past. I say, as one of their riders just comes steaming by me. It's difficult to go fast holding the camera. Why are we doing this? I did notice there was a young lad in the group, so I might be able to pass him. Right, well that went as well as you might imagine. I'm only blowing out my backside a little bit now. Right, hopefully we can drop the pace to a much more Green Army Cycling Club party pace. Yeah. He says, flying off into the distance. I mean, I will just say again, there were a couple of kids in that group, so I don't think we can congratulate ourselves too much for a hard-fought victory. Right, well, we're a few miles on now and I've sort of got my breath back, but having just seen a VW camper fly by me, it's reminded me that I need to talk to you about heading up to Glasgow next weekend and the logistical issues with that I'm facing currently, because driving to Glasgow would probably take about 7 hours from Essex, and that is a fairly long ride that I don't fancy doing on my own. I was going to be doing that ride with Jimmy, but he's had to pull out for family reasons, unfortunately, so I'm travelling to Glasgow by myself. So I've been looking at other options, namely flying up there, but that comes with the added logistical issue of trying to get the bike up there or trying to hire a bike while I'm up there. But unfortunately, I've not been able to find any places to really hire a bike near the Sir Chris Hoy velodrome. So that's a problem as well. And as I say, I've seen people travel with carbon fibre bikes before, and seeing as I'll be travelling with Ryanair, who haven't got the best track record for looking after people's luggage and belongings, yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. The other problem as a solo traveller is that the price of hotels is absolutely ridiculous. Even trying to find a cheap Airbnb has been fairly difficult. And I'm looking at about 350, 400 quid for 2 nights. If you're traveling with someone, that's not too bad because you can obviously share the cost. But yeah, when you're traveling on your own, that's a pretty heavy financial burden to carry. And when I started to see those prices, that's when I hit on my third and probably preferred option for getting up there and staying up there. But I'm nearly at the end of this ride now, so let me get home and we'll have a discussion about that. Right, well there we go, a lovely 53, 54 kilometres done, so what's that, 33, 34 miles. Beautiful surroundings, beautiful weather, albeit, as I said at the beginning, a little bit humid, but a lovely ride out with the fellas, as ever. But yes, back on to getting up to Glasgow As I say, having seen those ridiculous hotel and Airbnb prices, I suddenly got thinking, how can I kill two birds with one stone? And that's when I hit on the idea of taking a camper van up there. Because when I started looking at the prices for those, they're about 250 quid for a weekend. And that answers both how I'm going to get up there and where I'm going to stay. And having had a friend who used to live the van life quite a bit, he told me that there is a particular app called Park for Night, where you can look up exactly where it's safe and legal to park your car and sleep up for the night. Now, as a lot of you may know, Scotland has a lot of wild camping rules, meaning that a lot of places you can just pull up wherever you want and camp for the night. Unfortunately, a lot of metropolitan areas like Glasgow don't have those same rules. So there are some more stringent rules on where you can park a camper up, but there are still quite a few places in city centres and stuff that you can plot up. So I think I've got somewhere sorted for that. Now I just need to source the camper van. As I say, I have had a look and I've seen a few prices. And they are fairly favourable compared to the price of a hotel. And yes, obviously I'm going to have to pay for petrol to get up there, but I'd have to pay for petrol in my car or pay for a train fare up there or flying up there as well. And then you've got the added cost, as I say, of either taking your bike with you as additional luggage or hiring a bike up there. So I think all in all, the camper van option is definitely the best. Unfortunately, that does mean that I'm still going to have to drive about 7.5 hours up to Glasgow from Essex, but I will hopefully have a nice, comfy and secure place to sleep for the night anyway, so I should be able to get some decent shut-eye. But what do you guys think? Have you guys ever travelled with your bike? Have you taken it on a plane, and have you had any issues with taking a carbon fibre bike in a bike box? Or would you much prefer to travel to your destination and hire a bike there, or work out some other way of getting there, maybe driving over to Europe with your own bike if you prefer not to hire? Let me know in the comments below, because although it's probably going to be a bit too late for this trip because I'm going next weekend, it would definitely help me out with future trips because I have had quite the logistical headache for this trip. But that said, I'm willing to put all this effort in because it looks like it should be an absolutely incredible event. I've mentioned before, it's the Tour de Four ride with Sir Chris Hoy for Prostate Cancer UK. So it's for an absolutely fantastic cause. And on that front, I will leave the link to the ride below and my Just Giving page if you'd like to give some money. If there is any amount, small or large, that you can give, it will be very well received. And I will very much appreciate any money you might be able to donate to the cause. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to get on the computer and try and get this camper van booked because yeah, there's not much longer to get it done now, and camper vans do seem to get booked up quite quickly because, unlike me, most people do tend to plan their trips quite well in advance. So I'm going to head in and do that, but otherwise I will say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've got some good tips for me for travelling next time in the comments below, but otherwise I will see you in the next one. Take care guys and ride safe. See you later.